Oh, hello. There we go. We did it.
Good morning.
I can control everything from here.
Break Nation.
Good morning. How are you, Break Nation?
Oh, I like how you figured out the Nimmy situation.
Yeah, I just put her into the
Into the bucket.
she can't fucking hold herself up, so I put her into the bucket.
Oh, hello, Mitch. How are you this morning?
Mitchell. Good evening. Good morning. Good afternoon. Ah, Sylvie. No, not the dog. We have a Sylvie now. Look at her. She's so cute. They've damned me now. I have to buy the rest of them. Yeah. It's my DTR shirt. Yeah, there you go. It's on brand. So they gave it to me exclusively first. Yeah. Hey, how's everybody doing? The Alter DTR shirt. Yeah, that's the one. Good morning, chat. I hope you're well. It's a day today. We got some stuff to talk about. There was some nationals last week, so that's cool. We got some art, so that's cool. Why is that backwards?
What, this one?
Yeah.
It's not. It was.
That makes more sense. I was like, what are you doing?
So all of these are double-sided.
Yeah, the new ones aren't.
The new ones are not.
Because Ari was also backwards, the one that I moved.
Yeah.
And I was like, why is this? Whatever, get rid of it. But yeah.
But I just thought that,
Just one-sided,
Yeah. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. She's for you. You just get to look at Kongming,
Well, yeah, that was the whole point, right?
Well,
This is my side of the table.
Sorry, now you don't get to.
I still can see her.
Woo. A little tired today. It's hot out. All sorts of stuff. Hope you're doing well, chat. Do some yapping today. Real excited for today's cleric astro predictions. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, buddy. I made an oath.
There is no
Made an oath.
cleric copium on the channel anymore. Cam promised and oathed to us, and oaths are important.
Yeah, I'll probably break it in 30 minutes, but listen, Steven.
It's a guardian card.
The reason for the copium is because sometimes I truly believe it, but also it's just like, we need something to talk about.
True.
If I'm not coping, what the fuck are we talking about?
True.
So that is important. Yeah, we'll do some coping. It's fine. Yeah, me too. I'm also loving the way they designed Alice.
Don't you mean Annie?
Annie? Because she has teddy bears?
Yeah.
Have you met my bear tibbers? No, she's too tall to be Annie. I mean, it looks like she's 8. I think she is 8.
Well, everyone in Grand Archive is.
All right, we're not doing that. We're not going down that one. Yeah, I think it's super cool. We'll talk about that today. We'll talk about the couple of, and by that I mean the one tidbit that makes sense. Mr. Silidar just phoning them in, Just a picture of a scroll today.
Dude, Iolthos reprint,
What does that mean? It's probably the divine relic, but who cares if it's a scroll or not? I don't know, man. I don't know. It'll make sense. I'm sure it's like the divine relic is what is it the book guy gets? Is it scrolls? It's
Scriptures.
Scriptures.
Books and scriptures.
Assume that means the divine relic is a scripture. Yeah. Want to play the teddy bear card? Me too. I hope. All right. Yeah. We'll save that copium for later. All right. We'll talk all about that art. It's very evocative and it's got a lot going on. And it could mean nothing, but I think it's more likely that it means something than nothing. And so we'll talk about it. We'll talk about some teddy bears.
Yeah. I also have.
What do you call a teddy bear that's a rabbit, Steven? Like they're like teddy bears, but they're like very clearly rabbits.
That's CL.
What? No, I mean like in the art.
Yeah,
I see right. Oh, that's him. He's turned into a little rabbit.
I just I got some cope for later.
Yeah.
You have your cope on the card. I have my cope on the card.
Yeah, one of us is right. Yeah.
Well, no. You don't know this cope.
Oh,
I haven't talked about this.
Oh, bizarre new cope.
It's something that it's probably not even cope. It's probably correct.
Probably is true. Okay.
Yeah.
We like that.
Because I'm never
almost
wrong.
missed the show. Nah. We never get started on time. We put the stream up like 12:10. And you see what I learned recently by looking at our analytics. So like it's usually like 45 minutes into the show or whatever that we have peak viewership. So that means that we should be rambling because the ramble's good. It lets people see that the show is live. And then they hop in here and they almost missed it. Like Rex, but they didn't. Yeah.
Tex, are you telling people to get their book guy CSRs because you have a book guy CSR?
That sounds about right. To be fair, they're dirt cheap though.
I know.
Rambling is my favorite part. It's the good part. That's why we do it live, right? Otherwise, it would just be me and Steve rambling at each other.
Mm-hmm.
You guys don't care about that. Calculated, yeah. It's for the CPM, bro. All of you kids out there are worried about your CSRs, but we're worried about the CPM, the clicks per minute.
Whoa.
So we gotta get your clicks. Thank you for your clicks. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.
Whoa.
All those things. Or something. I don't know.
This guy gets a haircut, and all of a sudden he's Mr. Shrill.
I'm shrill.
Shill.
I'm all business now.
Yeah, I don't like it.
We're in business mode.
Bring back the simp cam. That's much better cam.
You guys cut me off. I don't know what to say. I gotta turn over a new leaf. I'm gonna start day trading.
You guys heard it here. Lineage Break's last episode.
Yeah, I'm quitting Grand Archive. I'm gonna become a day trader and a finance bro. Now that I've cut my hair. That's the wave. I don't even know what any of these anime titties mean anymore. All right. Well, yeah. We're chilling. Do I gotta pull up any news?
No.
Not really.
There is none. I checked.
Crypto cam, that's what they call me. Yeah, we sort of have monetization. I haven't gotten it all sorted out yet. We have super chats turned on. We have to hit a certain, I think it's 1,000.
Yeah, we have to have 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, to do membership.
To do memberships. But other than that, we do have super chats, and we can have AdSense or whatever. But
yeah,
it feels weird to put ads on our show.
I ain't running no ads. I don't want to run ads for you people for the 8 cents that Google's gonna pay us. I don't give a shit. But yeah, so somewhat. I'm waiting for memberships mostly to actually be able to monetize in a meaningful way. But we're on our way, and it's all thanks to you, chat. Thanks for subscribing to the channel. All right, let me pull up the ye old. Oh, come on! Start new download. What does that even mean? What's happening?
Cam's phone is possessed.
Sometimes Fractal Events just
talk about the new
explodes.
MLC Alter Assassin and how this will be 1 day supported.
I think so. I think
we talked about that a couple episodes ago.
Yeah, I think it's an assassin deck, surely.
Yeah, Astra Assassin later on for sure.
Maybe soon. Who knows? Who knows, man? They're on the short list for classes to receive support.
Fingers crossed it's not just Tristan.
It's who knows? Maybe the Recollection PTM deck is Astra Assassin because Astra's already in the block. I don't know. Could happen. It's not out of the realm of possibility. Who knows? I don't know.
We did get double Terra last set.
Yeah.
Or last block.
Right. So who knows? Shut up.
Shut up. I put it out there.
Just shut up.
Tex isn't allowed to have any copium because it's always like mild.
It's, Tristan coming back would be crazy. It's too much. It's too much.
She's
Tristan.
just a villain, right?
Too much Tristan.
Too much Diana. What are you talking?
That's true.
You know.
Well, a little bit less now that all that MRC nonsense was copium. It's a little bit less Diana, a little bit more sufferable.
That is true. You could do that.
Yeah, that would be probably not okay. Yeah, we can talk about Astra. I'm just not allowed to talk about Cleric. But I will anyway. So. Alrighty then. Are you ready, Steven?
I am
ready. Nice. Gotta get some energy, man.
Gotta get some boys.
It's a long fucking week. All right. Oh, you're welcome. That was my gift.
Yeah, that was tough.
All right. Podcast time. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Lineage Break, a Grand Archive TCG podcast. I am your host, Cam. With me, as always, is Trusty Steve.
Hi, Cam. How are you doing on this Friday?
The crowd goes wild.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm all right. I'm
doing all right.
I'm in some sort of. I don't know.
You're a weird mood.
It's a weird day. I feel weird today. I feel like I've been very low on sleep lately, so I'm a little. We're here.
Maybe go home tonight and take a bunch of Benadryl and just go.
Yeah, I gotta get up early tomorrow, dude. I gotta go to a wedding tomorrow.
You have a wedding tomorrow?
Oh my god. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Just busy. Just busy stuff.
Well, good luck at your wedding.
Oh, yeah, I'm getting married, everybody. She's right here. Say hello to the bride. No. I just have to, go out and be a human. And that sounds awful. But, you know what doesn't sound awful, Steven?
What?
Grand Archive trading card game.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah. We have some Grand Archive trading card game to talk about today.
We do.
We're, it's is this how people that do heroin feel, Steven?
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah,
or no,
usually.
I hear that's how people that do cocaine feel, right? Is you do the cocaine, and then as soon as you do the cocaine, you want to do more cocaine.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. And that's how we feel in regards to the news for Grand Archive. We've had so much over the past couple of weeks, and now we're like, well,
we're at the end of it now.
Back to normal, where we gotta stretch.
You got any more of that?
Yeah, you got any more of that news? You got any more of those tidbits with words, preferably? I like a word.
You got any more of that lore, perhaps?
Yeah, I heard there was a lore article coming out soon, and that was just weeks ago.
Yeah, it was a month ago.
I don't know. Where's the lore?
Where's the
anyways,
lore? Where's more pictures?
This is I think they like it. The audience. Thank you for watching. The developers. They like when we have nothing to talk about because we just start scraping the bottom of the barrel for the copium.
What are you doing here?
We're mining that copium.
We mine the copium and then they take it and make it into a future set.
True. No, they can't do that. That's illegal. But no. So we have a little bit to talk about today. Of course, Oceania Nationals was last weekend. We have a couple of lovely Silidar tidbits. If you guys aren't following along with Tidbit Season, go find Silidar on X at Silidar. Some more exciting than others. And then we have one very cool piece of art from Distorted Reflections to talk about as we are slowly approaching, Steven, the time when DTR is relevant. We've seen all the MRC spoilers. It's not out yet, but that's, that ship has sailed. We know what's going on. We're just waiting for that to drop on shelves. So now
We're
DTR time.
vastly approaching.
Yeah.
Way quicker than I assumed.
Mm.
Spoiler season.
It's true. It's got to be coming up soon.
It's like, you're right. A couple weeks before Worlds has to be spoiler season, right?
I don't think so. I think it's probably like right after Worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's
I just assumed we would have had the full set by Worlds because it's like 2 weeks, right?
it's a month.
It's a month?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was early July.
Yeah, it's the last week of July, so I think we'll probably get like design notes at like day 0 at Worlds, and then spoiler season will like start when we get back.
Yeah.
So like maybe if we're lucky, if they choose us, maybe we'll have a spoiler or two in our brains before Worlds, but I doubt that the public will have them. So, but we're getting some art. It's art time.
I like art time a little bit more than spoiler time because spoiler time you get the cards and it's like, oh, these are sick, but art time you get to speculate, and speculation is fun.
They love the copium, and I don't think that we can keep our reputation of always being right. We've had a couple of tough ones lately, but as you said, speculation's the fun, right? And so we'll do some wild speculating. But before we get to that, newsy news in the newsy news. Oceania Nationals was last week.
Yeah.
We want to extend a big congratulations to America as a country. We don't really have a whole lot going for us these days. It's kind of in our villain era, but shout out to the American Grand Archive community for just absolutely decimating Oceania Nationals. Congratulations to True Champion Cabin for coming in first place. Huge congratulations to True Champion Terry for getting his gauntlet invite. I was praying for the boy because the EU one was so heartbreaking. So Terry made it. Congratulations, Terry. And man, what a performance from one TM32. Every person from TM32 that traveled there from California, being Christian, Sean, and Bailey, all made top 8, which is crazy. And of course, huge congratulations to Bailey for getting his Worlds invite on Astra Arizona.
Woo, woo, woo.
Congratulations to all of you, gentlemen. And of course, congratulations to the rest of the top 8 as well. But man, that's crazy. It's a lot of Americans.
Yeah.
It's 4 Americans in the top 8 of Oceania.
Yeah.
It's 4 Americans. I see at least 2 people that are from SEA. Both Boy and Zedovics are from
I don't know
from
the
SEA.
other two.
I don't know the other dude. I think Drago Will's a New Zealand player.
Drago Will is New Zealand, and
so pretty spread top 8 for Oceania Nationals. It was a
I would also like to point out
tough field.
How many Americans are in the top 8?
4.
4? There were 7 at the event.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. And of course, Terry got a gauntlet invite as well. So of the invites, 5 Americans got invites.
So that means
7.
2 Americans missed.
Sorry to whoever you are. We're not going to look up who that is for shaming purposes, but
because they have this like home region breakdown.
Oh, cool.
And I was like, I wonder how many Americans were there. There's 7.
Shout out to Fractal of Insight, which is what we use to look at all of our tournament lists. Very, very useful.
Caven's just built different, isn't he?
That guy's just too good, man.
9-0-3. Like,
that's too good.
Man.
Just wins everything. The GOAT, for sure. I think for a long time there was a conversation, about who the GOAT is, right? Who the Johnny Magic is, who the the Bob Marr or whatever, right? And I think it's very clearly Caven Schwarzentuber for sure.
Yeah.
Just accolades alone. Man wins everything.
I mean, I don't know if you noticed what his Omnidex ID is.
Number 1, I heard.
It's a number 1.
But right, like you can win the first large tournament and then just like never win anything again. You know, that like totally happens. Yeah. But that is not Caven. I think he's 3 Ascent wins. Yeah. Now a Nationals win as well. Mm-hmm. It's pretty impressive. So good luck to all of the top 4, I think, for Oceania invited to Worlds, and then the following 8 getting invited to the Gauntlet. which is a bit of an interesting conundrum. I saw some people talking about it in the Discords this week, where the gauntlet setup is like pretty weird, and so I'm curious to see how big it will be. It's strange that, at least as far as we know, gauntlet invites don't pass down. So let's say that you're true champion Terry, who now has a gauntlet invite, right? And North American Nationals is coming up next week, and you, Terry, play at North American Nationals because you do have a gauntlet invite, but you don't have a Worlds invite, right? So you should be playing to hopefully, make top 8 at NA Nats and just get a direct Worlds invite, so you don't have to worry about the gauntlet, right?
Right.
But let's say that Terry gets 9th place and would be awarded a gauntlet invite. Unlike Worlds invites, which are passed down, gauntlet invites are not. So Terry would just take one of those gauntlet invites from North America, but if you're playing in the gauntlet anyways, you're sort of incentivized to do that, because the less people that are qualified, it's still top 16. So if you steal enough invites from other regions so that it's a 24-man tournament instead of a 32-man tournament, you have much better chances of making it into Worlds. So I think it's odd. It's an odd one for sure. I think probably next year we'll see some slight changes to it. I think it's a really cool system, but it needs to have the kinks ironed out.
A hot take, think that probably national should be probably region based. I don't think.
Yeah.
It's cool that you can fly and participate, but I don't 100% agree that 4 Americans are in the top 8 of Oceania Nationals.
Yeah.
I kind of think that's I understand you want your events to be bigger and stuff, and I get all that, but it just feels a little bit weird.
Yeah, I mean that's surely all that it is, right? I think eventually the game will get there.
Yeah. Because like you were saying, if Terry does, do well,
yeah,
and either gets the World's invite or a Nationals invite, that's one less Oceania player that qualified for the gauntlet.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's we'll see. I think with size it'll become harder. I think if you look at NA is a great example, right? Obviously it's our biggest region because the game's from North America, and so that is understandable. But the way that they have the invite system set up, that you need 12 points for North American Nationals, even a lot of NA players here, it's it's a struggle to get 12 points. 12 points is a lot. Whereas if you go to EU, right, I think was literally 6 or maybe 8, where you could
it was 8.
You could just basically get in with your Omnidex points alone. So
just one invite.
Yeah, so I think they might change the system altogether, but at the very least, if the game grows large enough, or at least if there's enough qualifying events for the other 2 regions, and let's say the EU was 12 points, right? But the invite cards are locked, and they still are. It would at least be harder for NA people to travel there because you would need a real amount of EU invites.
Right.
And so hopefully that would help, I think. I also think it would help if they made Omnidex national qualifier points redeemable, so you can only use them once. So that people, True Champion that went to all of the nationals, it's also harder for them to do that if you have to only spend those 6 points from Omnidex on one event.
Right.
I think people like True Champion are an example of if you are playing at the absolute height of the game and winning as many events as they do, they probably would be able to get to go to all of the nationals, but that's a right that they earned. Right. But I think it would be harder for the average player to entertain that.
Right.
We had some friends here that were talking about going to EU nationals just because it was one invite, right, to get there if you're an active GA player. And so I think hopefully in the future we'll see that sort of spread a little bit. I think SEA was a great showing this year though. SEA was, I think it was 300 players or something.
Like that,
and last year it was maybe a quarter of that.
Right.
And so hopefully we see that growth for Oceania and EU next year, or they just get much larger, and then it is less of an issue. But I do agree that it is somewhat difficult that you go to Oceania Nationals and only 2 Oceania players qualified, I think, or at least only 2 top 8'd. I don't know what the 8 through 12 breakdown is, but does feel a little bit bad. But not bad enough, Congratulations to all those people. We're not saying that you didn't earn it. You did surely earn it.
Correct.
Just would like to see some more diversity from the rest of the world. But at the end of the day, right? They won fair and square,
Yeah.
Just play better, Oceania.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Win your own invites, dude. I don't know what to say. Should beat Caben. It can't be that scary, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. So,
in my experience, playing against Caben is an actual delight.
Oh, he's a very, very nice opponent.
I played against him in Toronto,
and then he crushes you into the dirt.
Yeah.
But very nice guy.
Made me feel terrible about my playability, but
but nice.
He was very nice.
Had a lovely game. All right, so congratulations to everybody that is going to be competing either in the Gauntlet or at Worlds, and of course, be remiss if we didn't say that North American Nationals is next week. The Lineage Break podcast will be on break, as I will be there doing coverage for North American Nationals. So make sure to tune in to the Grand Archive YouTube channel, youtube.com/Grand Archive TCG, GATCG, I think, not spelled out. Where you can find coverage for North American Nationals next Saturday, the 23rd, 4th.
The 3rd is Friday.
That time. And I'll be there. You guys can see me there. So, but yeah, that's the big one.
Yeah.
Top 8 Worlds invites. Top 16, I think. It might be 18. I know it's some sort of weird number. I think it's actually top 18. Gets Gauntlet invites. Well, 9 through 18.
Yeah.
Big deal. We will see what our Gauntlet looks like next week.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting.
But you know what we'll see this week, Steven? Nothing. But a couple of top 16, or sorry, top 6 Worlds, 7 through 18 is Gauntlet. Thank you, Mr. Developer Man. Feels bad to get 7th for sure. Just don't get 7th, dude. Just top 8 and win your quarters. That's all you got to worry about. But you know what we will see today, Steven?
Nothing.
Some tidbits, I guess.
So we got some tidbits for you,
and
we got some art speculation.
Yeah, we'll talk too much about this one piece of art and hope that I can strike fear into the Grand Archive developers in the chat. But before we get there, let's check in with our old pal Silidar.
Yeah.
And see what tidbits we're looking at. He's it's like when you go on vacation and you leave the food out for your cat. You're going to be gone for a couple days. So you leave some food out so they don't die.
Yeah.
But after a couple of days it gets stale.
Yeah. Well,
that's where we're at. Well, the tidbit number 7 is good.
Yeah. We got tidbit number 7 a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of memeing on it in our chat.
I like this one.
There is a tidbit, DTR tidbit number 7. There is a champion card with a lineage release ability.
Mm-hmm.
The memeing that we had in our chat was it's just Diana again, and it's copy print but bows instead of guns.
Yeah.
But I'm really hoping it's CL.
I think there's 2 options.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Mr. Silidar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Likes to have some fun,
mm-hmm.
right? And so I think if this is just Diana is literally copy paste Diana, right? Which would be heinous. I don't think he would tweet this. I think we would not know ahead of time.
Yeah.
So I assume one of 2 things. I think there's 2 possibilities with this one. And the first one is, you're right. It is it's a sick meme, and CL has a lineage release ability because that's haha funny. It's it's not Diana, it's the other one.
Mm-hmm.
which would be cool. Lineage release is like such a, I think, an interesting mechanic. I think especially if you print it at level 2, because it, thank God, encourages like level 3 gameplay and encourages advanced elements if you put, your text locked behind your level 3, right? And I think Diana was actually like very well designed. I think the only problems that I have with Diana, dude, I can't even remember fucking Diana's title. But the only problems that I have with ALC Diana is like Taser Shot is toxic and like Creeping Torments are toxic, right? But like her champion design is good, I think. Especially her level 1 and her level 2. So like I don't think it would be outrageous that Diana has a very similar ability to old Diana.
I think Taser Shot is only toxic with Shadow's twin.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, just like the ability shouldn't exist, right? Like it's obviously better when you do it twice, but
I mean, it's
probably
like
just cursed regardless.
I think it's fine, right? Like,
I think in a game where advanced elements are just like deterministically shit, punishing people for playing level 3 decks is like pretty tough. But anyways, so I think it's possible that this is Seal, or I think it's possible that it is Diana, but I would assume it's like super different. I don't think it's going to be just like get a bow or something. I think it will have some divergent text, and it would be cool if you like keep her the Lineage release champion, but you give it like different text or flavor. They're very good at designing champions, so I don't assume it'll just be the same as the other one, but maybe that's part of her identity is Lineage releasing your Dianas. I don't know.
It'd be cool. It'd be cool if like maybe like Lineage release spell shield yourself.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Way to protect yourself or like protect your bow or something. Sort of like how they did Gorgias, right?
Right.
But yeah, I think that one is interesting, but I do think it's probably not the sort
copy
of
paste.
the sort of obvious answer, which that is the obvious answer. It's like, oh, Diana's going to be like Diana. Otherwise, why would they tell us that?
Right. DTR tidbit number 8.
Yeah.
Scroll emoji.
Yeah. What's the code for this? Like if you highlight that, what does Apple call that emoji? Scroll.
It's not even letting me.
I don't even know how you do that. I know you can figure out what the emoji is. You might have to like copy paste it. No, I don't know. Anyways, it's a picture of a scroll. It just like doesn't mean anything to anyone. I think most likely this is in reference to the.
It is just scroll.
Scroll, nice. I think most likely this is in reference to the Divine Relic, because otherwise, who cares? I think.
Yeah.
So it's probably means the Divine Relic is a scripture. So we don't have type scroll yet. So, if you guys have deep pockets, now's the time to buy your Zhaoyun.
There is one Lineage Break Tex who has a book
has
guy
one.
for
Would
you if
like
you would like to buy.
Would like to sell it to you at North American Nationals. Yeah, I don't know how to talk about single emoji as a DTR tidbit.
I really love everyone in Siladar's chat. They're all just saying it's Idle Thoughts reprint.
And that's true. I mean, like, if we're going to, if we should start making predictions about DTR, I think Idle Thoughts will be reprinted.
Both structure decks will have Idle Thoughts in it.
Don't hit me with that structure deck shit, Stephen. We gotta get that out of your brain.
It'll never get out of my brain. I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Longer than any of these other games.
Well, we'll get there. How long we gotta go? How many years before we?
Well, it's been 20, so probably a little bit longer.
When you're 50 years old.
Yeah, maybe. When we're 50-year-old men talking about.
Back in my day.
Grand Archive set to 40.
Mastery icon is a scroll, says chat. Is that true? Where do we find the mastery icon? Is there an icon on Kongming? Oh, is it like on the like type line of the mastery? I can't picture it in my brain.
I'm gonna have to do some research on this.
That would be cool. I really like champion masteries. I think.
Please,
I think they're super
please.
cool.
Oh man, CL getting a mastery would be so sick.
I think like text is cool, but there is a limit. You don't want everything to, speaking of, look like a Yu-Gi-Oh card, right, with like 56 lines of text. But I do think that Kongming is the coolest. Kongming is the coolest champion they've designed yet, I think, by far. And it is because she has this mastery, because she has so much text, right?
And you know, it makes a lot of
sense. Right.
It makes a lot of sense, not to say master. Like one of the champions is mastery.
Because that's too direct.
It's too direct.
Yeah.
So posting the scroll,
man hates the direct.
Correct.
Yeah,
posting the scroll makes sense, and then it's paired with tidbit number 7, which is about a champion. So one of the two champions has a mastery. One of the two champions has a lineage release.
It's pretty cool. Masteries are cool, man. Thank you, chat. Those are pretty cool.
I would have never in a million years remembered.
No,
that
me
this card had
neither.
a scroll
I was
on it.
playing Kongming last week, and I just don't look at the card. Why would I look down? That's ridiculous. That is interesting. Well, we'll see. Yeah, I can't even say soon. Like so
one Richie in chat asks what we would like to see as the divine relic, and I couldn't answer that question. Every time I think I would know what it would be, they give us like Mercurial Heart, and I'm
yeah, I think at least flavorfully it's something that we could
well surely it's the looking
point
glass.
To. Yeah, I don't know, because the looking glass, at least in like Grand Archive, is this like big portal that they go through, you know, so you can't like put that in your pocket necessarily. But I do think it was easier for like Mercurial Heart, right? It's the Mercurial Heart. Even like in Mortal Ambition, Art of War makes sense, right? Yeah. But yeah, I'm not a Alice in Wonderland pilled enough. Chat wants the Vorpal Blade, which is a Alice thing. Is that a? You guys will have to tell me if I'm stupid or not, because I'm not up to date with my Alice in Wonderland lore. But like the Vorpal Blade is a like American McGee's Alice thing. I don't know if that's also an Alice in Wonderland thing.
No, it is.
Yeah,
it is what they use to kill the Jabberwock.
Oh, okay, sure. I see. That'd be cool.
Also, shout out to American McGee's Alice. Fucking
banger
of a game.
Banger for sure.
When I was in high school, I was just like, that was all I asked for Christmas one year. I was like, I really want this computer game, please.
That game fucks. Sequel also fucks.
Yeah, I own them both. Those games are sick.
But yeah, that would be cool. Good, sweet Vorpal Blade.
Weird for a set though. That's not like a warrior driven.
Well. No better time than the present, Steven.
Oh yeah.
To do some speculating on distorted reflections. So we did get a really cool piece of art for DTR. It's called
Sovereign Sanctuary.
Thank you. And I want to say before we do any like speculating or whatever about what this card means is, man, just terrific art. This is I'm very happy for Steven. Congratulations, Steven. I'm very happy for our Diana players. Congratulations, Diana players. I'm sad that theoretically the set is not for my classes, just because I think it's so cool. I think it's like all of the art is super me-pilled. This feels very much like I would be shocked in my brain, especially seeing the reaction from the community, which has been overwhelmingly positive on both the setting and the art direction for DTR. If this wasn't our Innistrad, like a very very evocative set, and I think will be a lot of people's favorites. But yeah, we got this sweet art, assumingly of Alice, quote unquote, from public domain Alice in Wonderland.
Correct.
Making a like sort of bubble shield and bubble shielding and or animating teddy bears to do her bidding. They're marching off to war. It looks like it's very cute. Super cool art. I love her design. Big fan of the one striped sock. It's It's a hot topic look for sure.
I always love the one thigh high, one ankle high.
Shout out to Titus.
Yeah, and video game characters. Like it's just it's really good.
Yeah, super, super cool. And she is very, very cute. But there's kind of a lot going on here as far as what we know for Distorted Reflections, right? Because we don't know a lot. But what we do know, let's start with the facts, then we can start doing some coping. Yes, obviously this is an Alice in Wonderland set. I think it would be ridiculous if Alice wasn't involved in some way. However, until now, we didn't have any confirmation that Alice would be involved in any way. This is assuming that Alice. A, B, C, D, Q. Steve's going to hate it. This character does have a staff, which is not evocative of either of the main classes for the set, either Ranger or Guardian. And it's not like the Diana bait and switch where like it's a staff but very clearly is a bow. This one like seems very staff adjacent, which is either mage or cleric. And I think it's interesting to talk about. I'm not making this about me.
It's always about Cam.
It's always about me. But I do think it's interesting to talk about that Alice is pretty important in the world, right? Theoretically. And so I'm curious if we think, and I'm curious what you think, regardless of classes or whatever. Maybe she's a fucking ranger. Maybe she's a guardian. I don't care. I think the important thing to talk about is that I wonder if the reason we're seeing this art, obviously, is because it's Alice. But do you think that when we see characters on pieces of art, this is obviously not a champion card, it has a name, Sovereign Sanctuary. Sometimes that means that they're uniques, like we see uniques like Crimson Tear or whatever is like on a bunch of card art, and then she's unique in the set. But sometimes it also means that it is a champion, probably not in DTR. But my first thought being how important Alice is that maybe she is one of the champions for PTM, that we will see a bunch of art with Alice in this set, like Lubu in Mortal Ambition, and then she will get a champion card in
Weird that you went
PTM.
with Lubu.
Because she got a champion card. Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I would have pointed to Gosha.
Oh, well, sure. Yeah, that one was just like a little bit more obvious.
Right.
Whereas like this is assumingly from the like color palette is assumingly a normal card. So like it probably won't tell us much based on what the element is. Its class will probably be pretty telling, but or Alice could just be a unique in the set. That's entirely possible.
Be very weird for a character so popular as Alice from Alice in Wonderland,
right?
In the Alice in Wonderland set,
to
not be a champion.
Yeah, right. That's how I felt about it too.
I am very, very much in line with that thought process. When I saw this art, the lore possibilities just kept on popping into my head constantly, and I've been like not posting about them because I wanted to do it on the show.
Is this the secret copium?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Even I don't know. I love the secret cope.
So I did a lot of looking at this art. There's a lot of things.
A lot of looking glassing.
There's a lot of things on this art.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up.
That when you zoom in, there's a lot of details on Alice herself that kind of become indicative of certain imagery.
Sure. I think I see where he's going. Okay,
I think this is CL's like mistress.
Yeah.
I think this is who he'll die for.
I wasn't even thinking about that. And then I saw the like bunny.
She has all the bunny iconography all over her. She has the bunny front and center. You know,
that guy's smart, dude. That's a smart guy. I wasn't even thinking about that.
I'm always thinking about the lore.
He's always thinking about CL.
But yeah, I think this is who CL will die for.
I would die for her too. So
me too.
I get it.
But yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, no, that makes sense. He's got the bunny mask. She's got it like on her skirt. She's got it on her
three
ribbon
bunnies
as well.
around her, like almost protecting her.
Yeah, she's summoning her bunny army, which is so good. I love it so much. Okay. Interesting. And I think even more so then, right? adds to her importance in the
Correct.
In the story, and so maybe that means that she gets a champion card as well.
But obviously, now we step back, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do the real copium.
Okay.
This is a guardian card because it is a sanctuary. Domains are a guardian thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is clearly a domain. Yeah.
I think you really had a lot of like real points that you made, and then you just said things that don't make any sense.
Yeah,
this is clearly a domain. You can see by the anime girl on it summoning a bubble.
Yeah, and
how many domain arts do you know that have a character on it and it's not a picture of just a place? do you know any of those? Is there any of those that exist? This one right here, yeah. True. Yeah. I don't think I'm with you on that one, but no. That is very smart. I wasn't even thinking about that. Yeah,
the moment I saw it, I was just like looking, and I was like, "There's a lot of bunny stuff on this," right. And I know one bunny.
It's true. It's right there.
It's right there.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. So yeah, he's her sort of like guardian or whatever. Yeah, that does make a lot of sense. And interesting. We'll see. Yeah, I think that's pretty telling. I assume we probably won't see this card for a long time because I think it is pretty telling. Like if we even knew the types on this card, it would give us a lot of information.
When it's guardian cleric, we're like, oh, okay.
Right. But like that's a great example, right? Like if it's a guardian / cleric card, that makes it much less likely that she is a champion, right?
Correct.
Because like they give it a split class bonus, but it's supposed to be for CL, and that is totally possible. So yeah, I think that the typings would give a lot away, but I do think it's super interesting. I love the little rabbits.
Yeah, I mean it was the first one that was like very white rabbit with a little angry face.
Yeah,
it was like,
You ready for this? Here's my giga copium. All right, the permission to cope, sir.
Permission granted.
Okay. Alice is a champion.
Mm-hmm.
For PTM.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the first thing that I thought of course, because we're always thinking of clerics, which could be a mage as well. Again, that part's not super important. Is we have some elemental requirements to meet, provided that she is a champion. And the thing that I think fits, at least with this art the most, is Neos.
Yeah.
Because she's making little buddies.
Yeah.
She makes little teddy bears.
Which would be
super cool.
So devastating for me.
Yeah.
Because then I would like, oh, I just bought all this Umbra CL stuff, and then like, oh, hey, 4 months later, I know you like Neos. Gonna buy all this newest stuff now.
It makes little teddy bears.
Mage Neos sounds
cool.
Interesting.
That'd be very cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Neos is about creation, right? So,
yeah.
And that's what I thought of when I saw her little buddies that she seems to be animating. Right. Like if you look at the also like worth noting, I guess. I don't know what the significance is, but it is very clear that she has these 3. And chat, Steve, tell me. I don't know. What do we call teddy bears that are rabbits? Like that is a thing.
They're just
for sure.
rabbits.
Yeah, but I don't. They teddy rabbits.
They're stuffed animals. Is the proper term if you want. They're stuffies.
Stuffies. So she has these 3 bunny stuffies that are animated, that seem to be moving on their own, and yeah, they're sort of in a formation where they are
like
protecting Alice, which looks like that. But notably, either animating them or not, there are 2 teddy bears that are floating in the background that she is sort of like bubble shielded, but those are not animated. She's only animated the rabbits, which I don't know what the significance of that is, but it is clear.
Maybe she like throws the teddy bear, like the bunnies protect her, and then she throws.
Oh,
the
sure,
teddy bear.
she's like flinging them.
Yeah,
I see. It's pretty cool. There actually used to be called Alice Rabbits. Hey. Thanks, chat. See, chat's always way smarter than I am. Thank you. That makes sense because that's probably her name. Maybe they don't call her Alice, but she's very clearly Alice. Yeah. I mean, they could just like choose a different name.
They could choose
but,
a
like,
different
she's
name.
obviously evocative of that character.
There's no
right?
way that is not Alice.
But yeah, I think it's super cool. This is like, I really like this. I really like this. You know those.
This is my favorite thing.
Thank you. Yeah, the Markiplier meme. Yeah,
Yeah.
This is my favorite thing for sure. I really really love this this art style, and we were talking about American McGee's Alice or whatever, which I really like, and I do enjoy this this world for sure. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to see more, and I have a thing that sits forever in the back of my head that's like going to bother me forever, that at Ascent Seattle, which I was not at, but one Lineage Break, Sean was there and had a conversation with Silidar, where Sean told him that I was, excited for everybody else, but happy that I wasn't going to have to spend any money. Mm-hmm. And Sil said to him, that's what he thinks. And so that just like, sits in the back of my brain forever.
Yeah. But then when
yeah,
Alice the Mage
right.
comes out and you have to buy her.
Yeah, I don't know. Even if she's like a unique, right? Like, she's so cute. I want to buy them. We'll see.
Alice CSR.
Surely.
For
if she's
sure.
not a champion, 100%.
Yeah.
Well,
this
I guess either way.
Yeah,
right?
this character will have a CSR.
Will have a CR variant for sure.
Yeah.
In some
maybe
way.
even this is she is the CUR if she's unique.
And yeah, I think that is possible. That maybe she's just a unique ally and she doesn't get a champion, which is I think totally reasonable. Mm-hmm. But she is so important that she is the one that gets a CSR treatment and a CUR treatment.
Right.
Because it's Alice, for God's sake.
Right.
Which, oh man, I hate that. If it's a unique, that is so miserable. I'm going to blow my brains out. So then you can just never have the playset. It's a CUR? No way. Fucking more money than God.
Well, we know that it's also getting a CSR, so you're fine.
No, I know. But like, gotta get the best one, right? That's how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Buy nice or buy twice, That's what they say. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't think you will be spending the money on a CUR main deck card.
I might buy one, yeah. I think if it was a CUR that I was like really, really enamored with, I would probably buy one.
What if she's like giga broken though, and you like need a playset for any deck she's in?
Yeah, it's tough.
Are you only gonna buy the one?
I think I buy 5. I think that's what I would do realistically. Like buy 4 CSRs and then one CUR because it's nice, which is still a shit ton of money. Yeah, I buy 5 CURs.
I was like, what is he smoking?
Because like you buy a playset of CSRs and like at most it probably costs you like
$2,000.
At most, yeah, and that's if it's like really good. And like the CUR itself is probably like $2,500. So there's no way I can spend $10,000 on a fucking playset of a main deck card. Shoot myself, I don't make that much money. We'll see. Hopefully that's not the case, but I would love for her to be a champion. I think that would be great. And then if she's a CUR, that's a lot more stomachable.
Yeah.
To buy the single copy. I feel bad for Lubu fans,
Yeah.
At least Lubu is a card that you like probably shouldn't play a playset of, because it's not very good. But like if you're doing the Lubu thing, if you're like I'm playing a Lubu deck with the intention of flipping my Lubu, you probably do want to play a playset. And it's just like impossible to have a max rarity deck, I think main deck CURs are tough, and I hope we don't do those very often. I don't know, Steve. How do you feel? You let me know. I think there's 2 schools of thought, right, when it comes to Giga collector rarity cards. Because I think Lubu, I think was a good fit because she's like not very playable, so it's like basically just a collector's card, and I think that's a good idea. However, it does feel bad for people who are like super big fans of that card, that like having a playset is virtually impossible.
It doesn't have CSR?
No, just CUR. But I think that same thing about Shadow Reaver, where like I think it's a better fit for a CUR because you only need one, but it also feels bad for Tristan fans that don't have $3,000 that they can't complete their lineage without the CUR.
Right.
So I don't know. How do you feel about that in theory?
I feel like
I think Kongming was actually a pretty good idea. Yeah. I come back on it a lot, but I think Kongming was a pretty good idea.
Collector rares are, for collectors, right?
Sure.
So like I think that if you are trying to do it because you are a collector, I think the price tag, defends itself.
Yeah.
But if you're just trying to have it for shiny or whatever, like, I don't know. I'm kind of on the side where like I agree with the collector rare being like a material deck card, so you only need one,
Right.
and it comes with a higher price tag.
Yeah.
But you can always save up for it and buy one.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
For the main deck cards, I wouldn't want to see a playable
right.
like CUR.
Yeah, I agree.
Because then you're at that like you said, $10,000 to complete
if you wanted to do the thing,
and there's only 72 of them.
Yeah, you only what is that 25 fucking people
right.
or whatever
Get
can
to
do that.
have
20
set. Yeah.
Less than that, Jesus.
Was it? Yeah.
Like 15 people.
Yeah.
15 times 4 is 60.
Yeah. So
it's like 17 people or something.
Yeah. To have a play set.
Yeah.
Which is
crazy. Yeah.
Right. I'd much rather have 72 people have.
Yeah, have one of them. One.
And it's not even 17 people with a play set, right? Because you got to think of the top.
Not all of them are opened either.
Not all of them are opened. The ones that do get opened, the $3,000 is a lot of money.
The silver players are holding on to some amount of them. Yeah,
because you need to at least
two
of each,
if
right?
Yeah,
like that's how that works.
The new trend. Yeah.
So like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough.
I think Kongming, Tristan, good direction.
Yeah.
Lubu, good direction.
Yeah.
Any playable main deck card.
It's a little too scary, yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully she is a champ.
Yeah.
From
we haven't seen the set.
Yeah.
And we know that there's 2 structure decks, right?
Yeah.
There could just be a third champion.
Yeah. It's I think the reason why I made this post on Twitter, the reason why I've sworn off the copium and we've immediately broken it, obviously, because that's why you guys watch the show. Thank you for watching. It's just mostly because it's so hard to predict what they're gonna do. Because like every time, like I try to, we try to do things analytically, Steve and I, and we try to be like, oh, they did this in the past, which therefore means that this is the most likely scenario, which is true. Mathematically,
correct,
but like they just subvert expectations every time. So like who fucking knows? It is just as likely that this is a unique ally as it is that there is 7 new champion lines in DTR. Like who the fuck knows, right? Like that is insane.
Every class is represented in the DTR
every
block.
class has a new full line champion. It's a 600 card set. Like who knows? Well, I guess that
2
part
sets,
we do
right?
know, but yeah, right.
It's so. You give us 4 in one and then 3 in the other.
Right.
Or 3 in this one and then 4 in the other. 2 recos, 2 in the main.
Who knows? So yeah, we're very excited to see. I agree with you what you said earlier in the episode that like art season is super fun, but all art season does is make me just like
it makes the need for the set.
It makes the waiting feel longer for sure, and I get it. Good job marketing, weebs. Whatever, but
the good thing is I just like don't pay attention to it.
I do.
Like that's why
it's like seething at all.
This
moments.
is why I don't go into like Merlin's and like main chord as much as everyone else, because I would be at that point because of how my brain works.
I'm feverish.
Right, I would be like that all the time, and I don't want to be like that. I just like
not good.
Put my attention to other things. I'm like, I'll play Final Fantasy for a bit. Oh, did you guys see the new Magic stuff? It's pretty cool.
I don't do that.
I know. You just hyper focus on the game.
I just like seethe and wait. But hey, Steve, it's coming up soon.
Yeah. We're about 2 months away.
We're from DTR launch, give or take, like 9 weeks. But from
spoiler season,
the World Championship, Steven, it's only like Jesus
4 weeks.
I think is it 5 weeks from today? I think it might literally be 5 weeks from today because it's not the last.
It's the 23rd.
Is it the 27th of June, chat?
Yeah,
it is, right?
It's the 25th to the 30th because that's the hotel block
that
we have.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. 6 weeks away. is the World Championship. So it's coming up, man.
Yeah, gotta book our tickets.
That's true.
Flights.
But I think at Worlds,
Mm-hmm.
we'll probably get design notes and we'll get all of the information. Unfortunately, as far as this Alice copium goes, probably won't get that.
Right.
Like obviously we'll get like Diana and CL, and maybe if they're real kind to us, they'll show us some secrets. I remember, I'm trying to walk my memory back to MRC. When did we see Shadow Reaver? It was like really early.
Yeah, it was. I think it was one of the first ones we saw.
Right. Like
I think the first art we saw was Penumbra Waltz, to
Yeah.
be fair. But I think, or maybe that was after Shadow Reaver.
When did we see Lubu? I'm trying to think. Usually they put out the CUR pretty early, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I don't remember when we saw Lubu.
I thought it was pretty early. I don't know, chat. You can remind us, but we won't stay here reminiscing about sets past. Unfortunately, chat, that's about all we have. Lubu was in a dev stream. Yeah, I'm not sure which one. Holiday stream, maybe. Unfortunately, that's all the newsy news we have. Hopefully, by the 2 weeks that we see you, we have more DTR tidbits to talk about. Maybe some more art. They do like the slow drip of art. Maybe we get some art at nationals. Who knows? A reminder for all of you out there in YouTube land that are watching the show. Hey, thank you. But also, next week, we will not be here as North American Nationals will be happening. So make sure to tune in to North American Nationals next weekend on the Grand Archive YouTube channel. If you want to catch us here for the show, we do the show every Friday, except for that one, at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Asterisk.
And if you want to catch the last week's episode, we put that up on the YouTubes on Monday, 2
Asterisk.
p.m.
Asterisk.
Eastern Standard Time.
Asterisk.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We will be back in 2 weeks, of course. If you're going to Nationals, make sure to say hi. Good luck to everyone that is playing at Nationals. Good luck to all of our copers out there that are excited for teddy bears. Any final words, Steven?
Good luck to all our friends that are playing in Nationals, and congratulations to True Champion and to TM32 for doing so well at Oceania Nats.
All right, thank you guys for watching. We will see you 2 weeks from now. News in tow, I promise.
Bye, guys.
Woo.
Woo.
Thank you for watching, Al. Yeah, I hope she's a champ. That'd be cool. Alice Bunnies, huh? Interesting. Oh, I had no idea. Dude, the teddy bear lore goes crazy. I had no idea. That makes sense.
I honestly also didn't know that.
Big Teddy Roosevelt. Yeah, I think she's sweet. I hope that she's cool.
I hope she's a champion.
Me too, man.
And I didn't even think about Neos, dude.
Yeah, that was my thought. She makes it a teddy bears.
That's so cool.
I think it's more likely that this is just like cool art. But shut up. Warrior, she has a staff, bro. I told you to take the wizard staff. It's a staff, bro. You can't hit me with that Diana shit again. That's a goddamn staff. You show me. I will give up all of my copium forever. You show me a Grand Archive card where there is a character pictured on it using a staff that is not a cleric or a mage card.
You're right. She's Neos Warrior Mage again.
Yeah. There you go. Perfect. Yeah. True.
So all of our dual classes are always going to be Warrior Mage.
Mm-hmm. Every single one. Yeah. I can't wait for Obelisk of Pendragon. Yeah.
Because this one, Alice is being controlled by Merlin.
Right. Jin has a pointy staff. Yeah, that's true. That's true. She's not a goddamn warrior, chat. All right. She's not a goddamn warrior. Swear to God. End it all. Malice. That's what I feel for sure. Towards Merlin, I feel nothing but malice.
It's gonna be a shame when I'm right and she is Merlin again.
It'll be a shame when I fucking kick the chair.
Don't tell chat you're gonna eat anything.
Yeah,
you already have a long list of things you need to eat.
Yeah, that's true. That one that came up 5 years ago is really
really
tough. that one's tough. That one I'm dead to rights for sure. Never did I expect that one to happen. Surely thought I was
Dude,
safe.
that's so wild.
5 years later.
That's so wild.
All right. Oh, hey, Hartford's this weekend, by the way. Right? It's literally this weekend.
I believe so.
It's crazy. Anybody going to Hartford?
No.
Y'all going to Hartford?
No.
Tomorrow. Play your Flush and Bloods. When Grand Archive going to be at SCG events? Weebs.
Interesting.
I would go play Grand Archive. SCG Hartford. That would be cool.
Could be cool.
They run too many events.
Yeah.
It's too many events. Game's not big enough. But if we're like
surely there can't be more Digimon players than there are Grand Archive players.
Yeah, I was gonna say the fucking silly Penguin game. If they're running fucking Vibes TCG at Hartford, like, come on. What do you think we'll win? We'll win what, Poro? SCG Hartford? I don't play Magic. I don't know.
The Tifa deck.
Yeah. The Commander Tifa will win for sure. Yeah, Elise will win.
Is that Tifa
the Battle
Commander
Hardened.
only? I thought she was standard.
Oh, I don't know. Nobody plays standard. The whole set's standard, right? So
yeah.
as long as it's not the Commander deck cards,
correct.
It's standard legal.
Yeah.
Yep.
New.
Yeah, Elise will win. NA Nats. I don't know. I think the safest bet is to say that it's Fractals, but I hope not.
I hope it's Fire Lorraine.
Yeah. My bet is on Luxem Xander.
Okay.
That's my choice. Not that I want to have to do commentary for Luxem Xander, but I think the deck's quite strong, and I think NA has some very strong Luxem players that will be in attendance. Who knows if they're playing Luxem, but I know some strong Luxem players. Or, Fractals. We'll see. It's going to be a big event, though.
Does a squirrel come off, too?
Yeah. You remember the tidbit?
Oh, yeah.
The animals get up and run around or whatever? Yeah. There you go. It's a little squirrel. Not the bird, though. Bird is attached to Sylvie's head. She's very cute. Hello. Welcome to the stream.
Well, now we need to get a Kong Ming.
Yeah. I wasn't going to buy it. But now, I've started, right? Gotta get them all, I guess. It is very nice. I mean, I didn't expect it to not be nice, but it is very nice.
Yeah, I wasn't ever thinking of, I never think of like.
I love the turf.
Oh, you're a turf?
Yeah. It's got a little grass.
Ooh, it's soft.
Do all the tidbits make sense in retrospect after set release? They do. I'm actually really impressed with Siladar's tidbits because even the Omega cursed ones
do come back.
They do all make sense. Yeah, he didn't do HVN tidbits, right? Those just didn't happen.
Right, and that we complained about it, and then they
he's back. Thanks for coming back there, silly. Yeah, let me just because we're here, I will pull up the AMB did. Yeah, AMB tidbit. Yeah, so AMB tidbit number 1 is a picture of hay, and this was before the horse tribal support was announced, so that one makes sense. AMB tidbit number 2 is windmill engineers love soup. What is that? What does that mean? Maybe they don't all make sense.
Yeah, they don't all make sense.
Windmill engineers love soup?
I don't think we ever understood what that meant.
What the fuck does that mean? Windmill engineers love soup?
That was for A and B.
Yeah. What the fuck does that mean?
Read it again, but slowly.
I don't. Windmill engineers love soup.
This is like gods of death love apples.
I have no idea what that one means. Kongming spins with purpose. That one's pretty clear.
Yeah.
There exists a card that pays homage to a card that is currently banned. That one is a shard of empowerment. That one makes sense too. It won't help, but it's funny to watch you contemplate. Yeah, that one's tough.
I don't think that one makes sense.
But yeah, the rest of them make sense. But windmill engineers love soup. I truly don't understand.
Gods of death love apples. That's all that is. It's a misnomer.
I truly don't get that one. We like contemplating. Tidbits are my favorite, man. I just like, I like little hints. Little hints are cool. So yeah,
Can't wait for my CL standee to go next to this.
True. Worlds probably. No, maybe then that's too soon.
Yeah.
Boston.
Get
them in Boston.
Boston.
Make sure to come out to Boston. Ascent Boston tickets are on sale. Set to be the biggest Grand Archive Ascent of all time. So make sure to be there. Buy your tickets before they sell out. Get your meow.
Every single attendant of Ascent Boston gets to shake Cam and my hand personally.
Get a firm handshake.
Yeah.
Mr. President.
Oh,
I guess we can't say that anymore. Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Sith Lord. Boston will be fun. We'll see you there, Al. Oh, man. But I'm just, I'm ready. I'm ready for DTR.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm ready for lunch.
Yeah, what do you want to eat? I ate one of those hash browns. One.
Yeah.
They were inedible.
I have not even touched my raspberry stick because there's just too much to do in between getting here and getting the stream on.
Mm-hmm.
I have too much posting to do.
It's true. It's hard work out here.
But
never been to an Ascent. You should. They're very awesome.
Sweet.
They're a great time. Highly recommend it.
The community is one of the best communities I've ever been a part of.
If you find yourself on the west coast of the United States of America, you should for sure go to Worlds.
Never once ever, Pat. We will never mukbang.
I hate people watching me eat. Actually more than anything.
I don't mind. I do not care, but I hate mukbang. I think it is not the cultural mukbang.
Yeah.
The YouTube mukbang.
White people eating food on stream.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think it is stupid.
Texas here.
The cultural mukbang makes sense.
Texas is a good place. That's the birthplace of Grand Archive, right there in Texas, United States, Massachusetts, Massachusetts, United States. Holy shit! Lost my brain there for a second. Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas.
Birthplace of Grand Archive.
Birthplace of Grand Archive. Also a hellscape, and I hope I never have to go back there.
For sure. I am going to Nats. Steve is unfortunately not.
Yeah, I will be here in Massachusetts, holding down the fort.
Yeehaw, brother. Windmill likes Reclaim, and AMB Reclaim has soup. Is that true?
There's no way.
I mean, that makes sense.
It does, but that is insane.
I don't remember. I remember the cute girl on Reclaim. I don't remember what she's doing with her hands. I'm looking. A and B starter deck. Is there soup on it? Oh, she is holding soup. That's so stupid. Celadar, you're stupid. That's so dumb.
Every tidbit
that one's
makes sense.
Dumb as fuck. That's so dumb.
And she kind of looks like Windmill Engineer.
That's true. She's super cute. I love those reclaims. I didn't even realize she was holding a bowl of soup.
It's so funny.
It's so dumb.
Take a break and have some soup is the flavored text.
Take a break and have some soup. Yeah. So you guys can take solace in the fact, right, that we love Syl, and he puts out these tidbits, and like a lot of them are like, you know, cool things about the set that we're like, we look back and we're like, oh my god, that makes so sense. The picture of the hay, and some of them are reprints from a starter deck's flavor text. It's like that's the tidbit about the new set. We're reprinting this common into a starter deck, and it has flavor text about soup.
She's holding soup.
They're super cute though. Texas is too flat. Looking at visiting. No, Massachusetts sucks. But if you're gonna visit, come here in August for Ascent Boston. But Massachusetts sucks. True. Reclaim is now soup break. True. I go for a soup break. I actually had soup for lunch yesterday. What are we eating, Steve?
I don't know. Chat, what are we eating?
Chat? What are we eating? Chat?
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 Help us?
Chat?
Help us?
Chat? Chat, I'm hungry.
If it makes it easier, I'll pick it up because I have to go to the bank.
Sheesh. Soup? No, I ate soup yesterday. I don't want soup. I fucking hate soup.
Fish and chips? I don't even know if there's any place near us that does a good fish and chips. Because I'd fuck with some fish and chips.
Yeah, I don't know. Take a break. Just had pancakes.
Pancakes are good. I don't know.
Poor, it's fucking noon.
No, it's not. It's noon 30.
Eating pancakes is fucking noon, bro. What's going on? Take a break. Have some soup.
Oh, you know what is really good?
Fucked. What?
Oatmeal and lime juice. Yeah, we should have some of that.
What?
I don't know if that guy's still in chat, but if he is, he knows.
What? Denny says breakfast at any time. True. True.
Oh, there he is. Him is gross oatmeal and lime juice. Oh, wait, he didn't even get it. Nerd.
Is he eating oatmeal and lime juice?
No, that was his drink from last night.
What?
Yeah, we were raiding, and he's like, they didn't give me my drink. And then he was like, I don't want to say what it is. You're going to make fun of me. Oatmeal? And it was oatmeal and lime juice.
What the fuck is that?
Or
what the fuck is up, Denny's?
It's lime and oatmeal juice, if that makes more sense.
It doesn't.
Correct.
I don't understand. What is oatmeal juice, though? that's what I'm trying to understand. What is oatmeal juice? Is this a cultural thing that I just don't understand?
It's like squeezed oat. It's like
oat. No, it's like oat milk?
Oat milk and lime, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I told him I was going to bully him about it, though.
The water from the oatmeal. You make the oatmeal and then you drain it.
I did tell him he was going to get bullied because of it.
Is that true? The What the Fuck is Up Denny's is local? You could have been there for the What the Fuck is Up Denny's? Dude, that's crazy.
I don't know what that is. What is this?
It's probably from Vine because it's so old. It was like a metal band playing at a Denny's, and that's how they open their show. It's like, what the fuck is up, Denny's?
That's so funny.
It was so good.
I thought you were just talking about like the Vine, like the what the fuck is up, Kyle?
No,
I know that like there's a meme that people use all the time, and it's like swerving away, and that's in Worcester.
Oh,
actually, I just sent one to Adi and Travis in our One Piece group.
Your age is showing. Yeah, we're old, dude.
Yeah, this meme.
Newly 30. Oh yeah, it's in Worcester.
That's
in
Worcester.
That's fair. Worcester also sucks.
Yeah, it does. Terrible place for terrible people.
I'm not eating oatmeal, and we're not eating soup. Chad, help. I did say happy birthday to Theo on the show last week. Happy birthday, Theo.
If you watched the show, Poro, you would have known we were saying happy birthday to Theo last week.
But happy birthday, Theo. How old are you now, Theo? Like 60?
Cam's like dead. So
yeah. I have to move the age up. You know, can't call people like 40 years old anymore because it's too close. You know, so I have to start calling people 60, something like that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I like think about it a lot.
Yeah, about being old.
Yeah, because I'm like,
you're old now.
I'm like, oh man, you know, Is this
the Roaring
a
20s?
second Pat Murphy?
That
Because like
I don't understand.
I'm confused. There's two Pat
Logged
Murphys.
into a different account. Theo's the youngest one out of all of us. That can't be true. Aren't you all just like literal children? Am I old? Am I an old man?
Who's a little child? Isn't Poro like?
Yeah, I thought Pora was a literal child.
I think he is. Yeah, it's like.
Pora, are you not a literal child?
Poro, how old are you?
That's insane.
Dox-
Am I just old?
Dox yourself right now.
I don't want to be old, man. That's fucked. That's fucked. And he's younger than all of you? That's crazy.
Wait, Theo's younger than Poro?
I hate it here.
There's no way. I've seen that guy. That guy's handsome.
Who?
Theo.
he's old handsome?
Yeah, he's old man handsome.
Dude, I hate it here.
I thought that guy was like 40.
I'm going to kill myself right now. That's crazy. It's time to end it.
I don't.
That's grim, dude.
I could not believe that.
Well,
guess it's
happy
true.
21st birthday, Theo. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. I'll take you out for your first beer next time I see you. I'm a decaying fossil. Yeah,
welcome to the decaying fossil
Dude, this
age.
is tough. I don't like it here anymore. Chad, can we talk about lunch instead? I feel too old today.
Have you woken up with a sore knee because you slept wrong yet?
Not particularly. Sometimes I wake up with cramps in my legs though, so that's like basically the same thing.
Yeah. I've been having this thing where like
I don't drink enough water.
I wake up and because my leg was turned away, my knee will be sore for the day. I don't like that.
Firehouse subs. There's no Firehouse around here at all, I think that's localized, right? You did on your 28th birthday, woke up with sore knees because you're an old man. It is certainly a new debuff. Oh, Jesus. I do, every time I have to like get something out of the case here at the store, my knees explode, and so that's just true. Sounds like you're walking through the forest when I have to bend over.
Correct.
All my knees.
That's why I've been going back to the gym because I'm like, I'm already popping and cracking. I can't be fat anymore too.
Pop, lock, and drop it, dude.
If I pop lock, I will drop. That is for sure.
I would rather die than eat at Taco Bell's.
And I'd rather die than eat at Fireflies.
That's fair.
Yeah, sure. I'm going tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.
Nice.
And I have a Planet Fitness membership where I can bring a buddy. So
can't imagine getting up that early. What a nightmare.
Getting up that early and doing work.
I know.
Like working out.
Couldn't be me.
Right now, all I've been doing is cardio though, just to like rebuild whatever tolerance to working out.
Stamina. All right, chat.
We're gonna go.
I got some like work to do and stuff. So, thank you guys for watching. If you guys are gonna be at Nationals, I will see you there. Otherwise, we will see you in 2 weeks. Bring all of your juicy news tidbits to us. If you happen to work for Weebs of the Shore, make sure to tell your boss to give us more art spoilers to talk about. Thank you. We're gonna eat some oatmeal juice. Goodbye. No producer, so I have to literally walk over there and hit stop stream. So you guys get to enjoy us walking away.
Yeah, our producer quit.
All right. Oh God. Oh, I am old. My ass.